Hey guys, my heart is pounding because I just ran up the stairs because I got so excited I got something in the mail. So I thought I'd do a reading vlog slash, this isn't really a book haul because there's only one book, so mail. I got mail for you guys today. If you guys want to see the bills, I can give you those, but I would rather not. So before I show you what I got in the mail today, let me talk about the books I'm reading right now. Now, as you guys know, I was reading Bad Brains by Kathy Koja. I am still reading that. I'm 50% through the book. I'm on page, 178? Or no, my bookmark says I'm on 179. And the book's going very well. I just took a break from it because I wanted to really do justice to Black History Month. And since I took most of the month reading something for Ladies of Horror Fiction Month, I thought the month's almost over and I haven't really been muscling through this book like I should have been. I'm enjoying the book, don't get me wrong. I'm just I'm like, it's like a slow burn for me, I guess. It's just going really slow. I'm not reading it at the pace I should be reading it, and it's not been a good reading month in general or writing month. So but I plan on reading this, getting back on this next month, which is coming up very soon. But I stopped reading Bad Brains by Kathy Koja to read Skins by Wrath James White, and I'm getting a really big Knuckle Supper vibe from it. If you don't know what Knuckle Supper is, it's by Drew Stepek, a Michigan author. There's the first book is it. The audio narration for it, or the audio book, if you will, is on YouTube, on Chilling Tales for Dark Nights website, or YouTube page. Whew, breathe, Nick. It's the first audio book for Knuckle Supper is on Chilling Tales for Dark Nights site, and from what I hear, they're trying to work out a deal with the author to narrate the sequel, which is Knuckle Ballad, I think it's called, or Knucklebald. Knucklebald. I think Knucklebald. It might be Knucklebald now that I'm thinking about it. That makes more sense. I can't wait for it. I wanted to support the author, so I went and bought both the books, but I'd rather hear Jason Hill narrate it. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that Jason Hill will narrate it. But I don't have any. I mean, I have hope because Chilling Tales says they're trying to work out a deal, and when they try, they usually succeed, or else they wouldn't tell us about it. So I'm a little excited about that. I hope they can work out a deal with Drew Stepek. He's from Royal Oak, Michigan, which was where I was born. That's where he's located, and he paints a beautiful picture of Los Angeles, which I also lived in Los Angeles. I lived around Los Angeles. I lived just all around California. I moved around a lot. He painted a really good picture of Cali, and I wondered if he actually is from there, or did he do a lot of research? Like, what's the deal with this book? You know, knowing about California so much. So, Knuckle Supper was a great book. I loved the book. I bought it, and then I bought the sequel, which is Knucklebald. Haven't been able to read that one yet, but I will probably read that fairly soon because I enjoy Knuckle Supper a lot. But I'm wondering if Drew Stepek got his inspiration from Wrath James White's Skins, because Skins, I don't know when Skins came out, but I'm pretty sure it came out before. 2015. Huh. I have to look at when Drew Stepek's book came out, but they're very similar, as in the main characters. Even though they were two different colors, two different backgrounds, they're a lot alike. I think Drew Stepek's book comes from the first person narrative, so you get an inside look into the guy's head. This one is third person, but it's really good. I'm really enjoying this book a lot. It has that Knuckle Supper feel to it. Now I'm really kind of curious on when Knuckle Supper came out, so maybe after this video's done, I'll go and look and then hop back on and make another video telling you guys that indeed Knuckle Supper came before or after. But one of these authors got inspiration from the other because it feels so similar. But I'm really enjoying Wrath James White's Skins. I'm on page hold on one second, 66, and I paused. Alright, sorry. Oh, there goes my bookmark. I'm on page 66 right there. So page 66, and I've been reading for quite a bit now. I think I read above 40 pages today, so I've read more this one day than I have this whole month. I really just put on some reading music and just went to work because I want to release more book reviews, and I'm really enjoying this book a lot, but it's starting to get brutal. Before, the only scene that really made me kind of like squirm a little bit was this eye-popping scene, which I won't dive into it too much, but basically someone gets set on fire and their eyes pop, and it got me thinking. I'm like, does that really happen? So I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm going to look up if eyes do indeed pop when they reach a certain Fahrenheit, like eggs. That would be really cool to find out, because I'll use that idea in a book I'm writing, if I ever, write a book where eyes pop, But yeah, I reached a point where he writes this quote, and it's really cool. It says, I like horror. It's the only thing that keeps me interested. His friend says, who, like Stephen King? Stephen King, Clive Barker, Robert R. McCammon, Skip Inspector. They're fucking awesome, man. I love their shit. So that line, I had to stop reading the book and take a picture to share with my Facebook friends. I'm like, dude, Wrath James White just shouted out a bunch of authors that are awesome. I love Clive Barker's work. I fell in love with his work with The Hellbound Heart, and I've been taking my time to get to his next piece of work. I don't know what I'm going to read next, but The Hellbound Heart was amazing and phenomenal. I bought the book that it was originally in, so that was really cool. And I'm thinking about purchasing the novella itself, so just to have it on my bookshelf and maybe for my next time I read it, which might be fairly soon because it was a really, really, really good novella. But yeah, but that's what I'm reading now. Let me close my door real quick. That's what I'm reading now. Skins by Wrath James White, 66 pages in, and it's a very short book, coming in at 188 pages. So it's a fairly short book. I have like 122 pages left to go, so I cannot wait to read it. That was fast math, by the way. I'm not really good at math, so I'm really surprised that I could do that really fast. But yeah. And if you wanted to know how deep I got into Bad Brains, I think I already told you guys, but I'm on page 179. Very good book. But I'm taking a break from it to read Someone Who's Black. I know that sounds weird, but it's Black History Month, and I really didn't want the month to pass without me at least diving into a black author's work. I tried listening to Colson Whitehead's The Nickel Boys, but it ended up just becoming background noise, so I just turned it off and promised myself I'd listen to it later, when I can give more focus to it. Spring was supposed to be here, but of course Michigan's weather is crazy, and you get 4 seasons in one day sometimes. So today it went from spring to winter again, and it's blowing snow everywhere right now. I almost feel like we're gonna get a snow-nado. A tornado in the winter. But those are unheard of. But yeah, this is a good book so far, is what I'm trying to say. And now for the book mail. This is a big chunk of a book. This guy writes tomes. Like, This book is, if you don't know what a tome is, I've recently learned what it was like last year, and that is a book that is very long. This one is 526 pages long, and that is Mark Morris's Stitch. And it says right up there, best-selling author of Toady. Toady is actually a story that I own, but it's under the name The Horror Club, which I think is a better name for it. I don't know why he reissued it as Toady. Maybe it's because it's centered more around Toady than it is The Horror Club. I don't know. I think this is the British release version. I don't want to, guess or anything, but there's no page. Mark Morris was born in the blah 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 blah. It says his first novel was Toady, but from my knowledge, it was under the name Horror Club at the time. He was in a bunch of magazines and blah blah blah. And this is considered his second novel. And both Clive Barker and Ramsey Campbell have said great things about Mark Morris, so I can't wait to dive into him. I own another Mark Morris book. I own The Horror Club, and I own The Immaculate, I think it's called. That one's much shorter. I think it's like 300 and something pages. This is a tome right here, though. This one's huge. This one starts off pretty quickly, too, I think. Light slithered over him, shaping the blue-white putty of his face, throwing zebra stripes of shadows across his shirt front. Pretty descriptive stuff, guys. So I'm looking very forward. This book is in very good condition. There's like a little bit of a dent right here. Maybe someone set something on it or something. But I can read the back for you guys real quick. Autumn term at Maybury University, and as the nights draw in, so does the atmosphere of menace. Dan Latcher, a previously quiet and withdrawn student, blossoms overnight into the forceful, illusion-working leader of the Crack, an organization with the power to shape and alter its followers' personalities, pushing them on to mindless heights of pleasure and pain. When hitherto bright and vicarious, I never heard of that word before, Stephanie Peel becomes one of his converts. Her worried roommate Annie enlists and support of fellow student Ian. Ugh, I'm really jacking this up. While the campus is further beset by an unknown knife-wielding psychopath, Annie and Ian pit their strength against the forces of evil, and personified by Latcher and his infinitely more potent puppet master, Peregrine Stitch, vicariously sucking in a new convert's body and soul. That was hard to read, and I'm not gonna lie, I hope the book isn't like that. But that's what I got in the mail today, and those are what I'm reading. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you have a spooky night. I'll see you in the next video. Sorry if I'm cutting this to a close. I hear the dogs outside. They need to come in, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.